Every year, the Red Cross responds to nearly 64,000 disasters. That means every 8 minutes, the Red Cross responds to some sort of disaster across the United States. And the majority of those disasters are house fires. And joining us now is Gail McGovern. She is the American Red Cross President and CEO. Gail, it's good to see you. Thanks for being here.
Thank you so much for having me on the show, Casey.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's talk a little bit about those fires. First of all, that is something that puts a lot of pressure and strain on you guys to be able to support these families going through, an incredibly difficult time in their lives. What first are you finding are the causes of a lot of those fires? Is there one thing that's shining out to you?
Well, there are actually several things that cause home fires, but probably the biggest thing is cooking accidents. But we find that after a flood, there's more home fires because the wiring has gotten wet in the home. And sadly, people that are financially challenged will go through great lengths to keep their homes heated. Kerosene lamps, space heaters that might go untended, and they cause home fires as well.
So the Red Cross comes in when we report stories here at First Coast News. Oftentimes we unfortunately hear about something like this, and then we hear that the Red Cross is going to help. What specifically do you do to support those families?
Well, first of all, today is Giving Day, and we provide each one of those families with food, shelter, comfort, blankets, hope. And we're asking the American public, if they can, to support us on Giving Day. $88.50 will help one family one night with food, blankets, and comfort. And the American public is so generous. Any gift is very much appreciated. And they always step up for the American Red Cross, and they help us help people that are victims of home fires and other disasters as well.
How can people at home, if they're watching, take part in this? You say every little bit helps, and the American people are such giving people. We see every time that there's a disaster that they come to call and they try to support organizations such as yours. Is there a good website that they can go to? How can they take part?
Absolutely. They can come to our website, redcross.org/givingday. They can call our 800 number, 1-800-RED-CROSS. They can provide us with a financial donation, they can volunteer, they can donate blood. All of those things are deeply appreciated and really help. And you are so right. The American public is so generous, and we are so very grateful for their support.
I remember covering Hurricane Katrina, being in Biloxi, Mississippi, and seeing a scene very similar to what's behind you right now, and remember seeing the Red Cross trucks out there, Red Cross trucks out there in support of the people. You've seen a lot, I'm sure, as the CEO of the American Red Cross and president. Do you remember anything personally that you've seen, I'm sure you have, along the way that really spoke to you about what you do and what a lot of people unfortunately have to endure in their lives?
Well, I'm obviously no stranger to these disasters, and I have been to so many, but you never get used to looking in the eyes of someone who has just lost everything. And I vividly recall a woman who told me how harrowing her experience was getting out of a flooded area with her 2 children. And she lost everything. And she kept telling me, thank God that the Red Cross is here, over and over again. And she got very weepy, and then I got weepy, and the next thing I knew, she was hugging me, telling me that she was going to be okay. And it's the resiliency of the American public that just startles me in every one of these disasters, and we are trying to help them get back on their feet.
Yeah, I'll tell you, I'm getting weepy just hearing your story. I mean, it's amazing. It puts everything into perspective. Your lives are saved.
It sure does.
Everything else, doesn't mean much in the grand scheme of things, but you do have the American Red Cross there to support families get back on their feet. It is so good to see you. Thank you so much, Gail, for being here. We appreciate what you're doing. We've got to go. We've run out of time. Quickly give us your website one more time.
It's redcross.org/givingday. And again, I really appreciate you having us on your show, Casey.
And we appreciate the American Red Cross for coming on and making this segment possible. We will be right back.